Hello students, good morning to all. Today's our topic is about the computer memory. Do you know about the computer memory? A computer uses its memory to store information. Memory devices are also called storage devices. A computer stores information in the form of 0 and 1. These are called binary digits or bits. Do you know that computer not understand our language like Hindi, English? They're not able to understand. They understand only the one language, that is binary language, which consists of 0 and 1. The combination of 8 bits make up 1 byte. See the memory size. You can see the different memory sizes, like 8 bits is equals to 1 byte, 1024 bytes is equals to 1 kilobytes, 1024 kilobytes, like that, so on it is going on. As the memories increases, the bytes also increase. Now next we will talk about the memory. As you all know, memory is divided into two parts. First is primary memory, another is secondary memory. So firstly we will talk about the primary memory. Primary memory is also known as internal memory or the main memory. And primary memory having two parts, RAM and ROM. They all are the parts of primary memory. Let's talk about the secondary memory. Secondary memory is also known as external memory. There are different parts. There are types of secondary memories they are hard disk, SSD, pen drive, CD, DVD. They all are the types of secondary. Now I will going to explain you with some pictures and with the textbook. So here you can see the memory unit. What is a memory unit? You can see here it stores instructions and data that provides them to the various other units as and when required. It is basically the working memory of the computer system. This memory unit is volatile, that is, it is temporary memory, and nothing can be stored here permanently. The information is stored in the main memory as long the computer is switched on or as long it is required by the computer. This is called memory. Understand what is memory unit? It stores instructions and data that provides them to the various other units as and when required. Whenever we will require, we can see it afterward. Now next is types of computer memory. Types of computer memory: primary memory and secondary memory. As I told you in that video also, the types of computer memory is primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory is also known as internal memory. Secondary memory is also known as external memory. You can see the types of primary memory are RAM and ROM. RAM, random access memory. ROM, read-only memory. In the storage devices, you can see punching devices, magnetic tape, floppy disk, optical disk, hard drive, flash disk. These all are the types of secondary memory. Now we will study about in the book what it is given. You can see in the textbook, you can read it. A memory of a computer is measured in terms of bytes. Bytes are typically a sequence of 8 bits put together to create a single computer alphabet or numerical character. Each bit denotes one binary digit, that is 0 or 1. Computer memories varies in sizes from kilobytes to petabytes. You can see here units of measurement of computer memory chart. 1024 bytes is equals to 1 kilobyte. 1024 kilobyte is equals to 1 megabyte. 1024 megabyte is equals to 1 gigabyte, and 1024 gigabyte is equals to 1 terabyte. These all are the measures of unit to measure the memory. Okay, now we'll see here in computer memory is of two types, that is internal memory and external memory, which is also called as primary memory and secondary memory. What is internal memory? Internal memory is also known as primary memory. It can be used directly by the CPU. The internal memory is the form of memory chips. It can be attached to the motherboard of the computer or are built into it. This memory can be divided into two parts, that is RAM and ROM. So now we will study about what is RAM and what is ROM. RAM, random access memory. RAM is a computer short-term memory. The CPU gets the data it needs from RAM, processes it and writes its new data back to RAM in a continuous cycle. It is volatile memory which stores information only as long as the computer has power. Once the power to computer is switched off, the information stored in RAM is lost. So, in RAM when we are doing any work, if the light switched off, then what happened? What all information we had stored, it will lost. That's why most of the informations we are storing in the ROM only. So RAM is a temporary memory. It can't be saved permanently. The main types of RAM are SDRAM, DRAM, DDRAM, RDRAM and GRAM. The different types of RAM differ in their access speeds, the way data is stored in them and the number of instructions that can be fetched in a unit time. Next is ROM, read-only memory. A ROM is a computer's permanent internal memory. The instructions in ROM are not volatile. It cannot be changed or modified by the user, hence the name read-only. As it is said that read-only, by reading only it saves. The instructions in ROM are present even when power of computer is turned off. If the computer's power is turned off also, then also whatever we are storing in the ROM, it will never goes off. The some common types of ROM are PROM, that PROM, programmable ROM, erasable programmable ROM, electrically erasable programmable ROM, etc. Some of this ROM allows a user to change the content of ROM through specialized software and hardware. So you understand the different types of internal memory, that RAM and ROM. Now you can see one more picture of the different types of memory. As you can see here, memory are classified into two types. That primary memory is also known as main memory or internal memory, which is located in the motherboard of system, or as we say, which is directly connected to the CPU. It is the place where only little bit of data are stored either by manufacturer or by the user. This is further divided into two parts, that is RAM and ROM. Now you can see what is secondary memory. We will study about what is secondary memory. A memory which stores data and programs for a long period of time, it is called secondary memory. As I told you now, what we have done in the primary memory, two types, RAM and ROM. Now what is secondary memory? We are using, most of the time we are using secondary memory only to store our information. So its secondary memory, a memory which stores data and programs for a longer period of time, is called secondary memory. This memory can also be called backup storage memory of mass storage media, although it is placed in lower position due to low speed, low cost and large size. It has a very large storage capacity like floppy disk, hard disk, CD-ROM, DVD, zip disk, pen drive, micro card, etc. are the secondary memories. They are all the different parts or different types of secondary memories. Now you can see in the picture that secondary memory, types of secondary memory consist of diskette, floppy disk is also known as diskette, hard disk, USB flash drive, compact disk, read-only memory, CD-ROM, digital video disc, that is DVD, CD recordable, that is CDR, CD rewritable, that is CDRW. So these all are the types of secondary memory. Next our topic is cache. What is cache? It is also a type of memory which is, as it is called, third type of memory. First is primary memory, third is secondary memory, second is secondary memory, and third is cache. A cache is a very high speed expensive piece of memory which is used to speed up the memory retrieval process due to its higher cost. The CPU comes with a relatively small amount of cache compared with the main memory. Without cache memory, every time the CPU requests for data, it would send the request to the main memory, which would then be sent back across the system bus to the CPU. This is a slow process. The idea of introducing cache is that this extremely fast memory would store data that is frequently accessed and, if possible, the data that is around it. This is to achieve the quickest possible response time to the CPU. So what is cache? Cache is a very high speed memory. It is very expensive also. So in all the three memory devices, cache is the very fast and expensive memory device. Now you can see this is the type of cache. In the next picture you can see the types of memory. As we had studied, what all the topics we had studied, we studied about the memory, primary memory, secondary memory and cache. Primary memory consists of RAM and ROM. As I told you, RAM is static and dynamic. ROM is different types of ROMs are EROM, EPROM and EEPROM. The secondary devices types: hard disk, magnetic tape, CD, DVD, zip disk, etc. And one is the most important memory is cache. So these all are the types of memory. Now we can study it from the book. We can also read it from the book. Then you will be able to understand what all the topics is given in the book. Cache is a high-speed, high-performance memory to which read and write operations can be done faster than RAM. It acts as a buffer between the CPU and the primary memory. It usually stores the data and instructions which are used more frequently than other data. The size of cache memory can vary from 512 KB to 2 MB. Now our next topic is secondary storage or external memory. As I already study in the topic, it is given in the book also. You can see it from the book only. I am teaching. You can see external memory allows the permanent storage of large quantities of data. External memory has the important characteristics that information stored is not lost when the computer is switched off. Then also the capacity of external memory is high, usually measured in hundreds of megabytes, gigabytes or even in the terabytes at present. External memory can be secondary or tertiary. The most common form of external memory is a hard disk, which is permanently stored in the computer and typically have a capacity of hundreds of gigabytes. CDs, DVDs, VDs, USB flash drive, memory cards, solid state disk are some other secondary storage devices. So today's topic I am completing now. Only one topic is left to complete the lesson. After that I am sending you the PDF. With the help of that PDF you can write down your notes. Try to write down your notes properly with the help of PDF. You can see your PDF on the assignment. In the assignment you can download it, and after downloading in your mobile you can see my files. In that my files you will get all the notes what we had given according to subject wise in your name file. Okay, thank you. Take care.